Welcome back. My name is MD Mahmudul Hassan, Assistant Professor at Department of Geoinformation Science and Earth Observation, Patuakhali Science and Technology University, Bangladesh. After this video, you will be able to learn about sustainable urban planning and management. Let's begin with a brief explanation. Urban sustainability is the idea that a city can be organized without excessive reliance on the surrounding countryside and be able to power itself with renewable source of energy. However, cities also offer opportunities. Humans are social creatures. We thrive in urban space that encourage social connections. Geospatial and data analytics help better identify potential gaps that we need to address as well as opportunities available to us. This helps us get a better sense of future needs for infrastructure and amenities, so we can then optimally allocate resources over different time periods. Urban researchers develop and test survey instruments to capture the data needed for effectively addressing a study research question. Urban surveys are often multi-mode venture, collecting data face-to-face, over the phone, through the mail, online, or any combination of the above. Sustainable urban development has various approaches and different priorities in different countries. It is not surprising that there are widely divergent views and interpretations, with marked differences between countries that have a developed market economics, those with transition economics, and in developing countries. Successful strategies for sustainable urban development should be more or less compatible with political, economic, social, cultural, institutional, technological, environmental, legal or regulatory, and educational situation in the country under consideration. A varied spectrum of strategies can be launched, while keeping in mind that the mix of influencing factors and the relative emphasis is one or other of the factors, and overall will depend on local conditions. Therefore, the best sustainable urban development strategy of another country cannot just be copied. Strategies may only be adapted into a real economic, social, political, legislation or regulation, and the provisional situation of the existing state. There is no such thing as a single sustainable urban development strategy to suit all societies and that could be applied to all countries. An urban planner is a professional who works in the field of urban planning for the purpose of optimizing the effectiveness of a community land use and infrastructure. They formulate plan for the development and management of urban and suburb area, typically analyzing land use capabilities as well as economic, environmental, and social trends. In developing any plan for a community, whether commercial, residential, agricultural, natural, or recreational, urban planner must consider a wide area of issues including sustainability. The importance of the urban planner is increasing in the 21st century. As modern society begins to face issue of increased population growth, climate change, and unsustainable development, an urban planner could be considered a green collar professional. Some researchers suggest that urban planners around the world work in different planning culture, adapted to their local cities and culture. However, professionals have identified skill, abilities, and basic knowledge sets that are common to urban planners across national and regional boundaries. According to the available trends and projections, urban population has overcome the rural one since 2005 and it is expected to further increase by 2050. Even though cities represent only the 4% of the Earth's land, they consume about the 67% of the global primary energy. And due to urban lifestyle and economy, they are responsible for more than the 70% of greenhouse gas emission that are in turn the main contributors to climate change. Fortunately, cities can be interpreted as cauldrons of diversity and differences and as forms for creativity and innovation. Therefore, although playing a major role in the creation of current environmental challenges, they can be considered as a central part of any response. Thus, mitigation strategies addressed to reduce energy consumptions, combined with adaptation strategies aimed at counterbalancing climate-related impacts, represent crucial challenges that cities have to deal with in order to guarantee a sustainable urban environment for the rapidly growing urban population. Indeed, on the one hand, mitigation action can allow the reduction of CO2 emissions and consequently of climate-related impacts on urban areas. On the other hand, adaptation action can be enhance urban capacities to cope with unavoidable impacts of climate change. Currently, a smart city and resilient city are drawing and increasing attention by urban planners, decision makers, and municipalities, as shown by the proliferation of academic researchers, as well as of institutional initiatives on these topics. Thus, a smart city and resilient city are becoming widespread level despite the lack of shared definitions. According to some scholars, the resilient cities is a concept growing in use. The term appeared in 2002 in the Resilient Communities Program concept, and it was used by Pickett et al. 2004 as a metaphor to help link ecology and planning. The term was largely widespread thanks to the book edited by Bailey and Campanella in 2005 and titled The Resilient City. The Resilient City promotes a vision of the city in which efforts are addressed to increase the ability of the city to respond to heterogeneous pressure factors, that means climate, environmental, energy, and economic, with the ultimate aim of ensuring a higher quality life and sustainable urban development. The conceptual model for building up smart and resilient cities in the face of climate-related challenges represent one of the first attempts to develop an hybrid model, framing smart and resilient cities. Characteristics along the different temporal stages that characterized the response of a complex urban system in the face of climate change. That's all for today. Thank you for watching this video.